Hey everybody, Ryan Hoffman here at Wholesale Capital, your direct lender, mortgages for new home purchase, investment property purchase, refinance. I want to talk to you today because I've had a few clients recently who have told me that they are curious about whether or not they have to go through their agent to buy a house. And I always slam my head against the door, against the desk, because I need to explain to them that it is dumb if you try and do this on your own. So here's a few reasons why you need to have a realtor on your side. Number one, finding the right property. You don't know if there's a neighborhood or a community that's right outside where you were thinking you couldn't afford that you can actually afford to be close to exactly where you want to be. You don't know if there's a pocket listing that's not on the internet. And you also don't know that all these online websites, a lot of times they're inaccurate and they have outdated information. Not always, but sometimes, a lot of times, most times. So you need to have a realtor to be able to find and sort through all the real information that's on the MLS, and you don't have access to the MLS unless you're a realtor. Number two, negotiating skills. I am a loan officer, but I'm licensed to be able to do my own deals. However, I make sure that whenever I'm buying or selling, I use a realtor. Reason for that is because, number one, if I'm negotiating, I can't negotiate very well for myself. So being able to have someone who's really good at negotiating take care of that for me, that alone will be worth the money. Besides that, I don't know everything about real estate. And believe it or not, your uncle, who's only bought 2 houses in his lifetime, doesn't know anything about real estate, no matter the fact that he's only had 1 transaction. You won't have any kind of comparison to a realtor who's done 2, 3, 4, 500 transactions in their career. That knowledge you just can't get with 1 or 2 transactions. So that is a really good reason. And of course, something to keep in mind, some people think that they can just go and make an offer directly with the listing agent on a property instead of having a buyer's agent. Well, that is possible, and you may be able to get a deal. Think of if they are on your side. Their responsibility is supposed to be to both parties, but how can you represent both a buyer and a seller and negotiate for both of them if you were hired by the seller? It just doesn't work. So having your own agent to help you find a property, you'll be able to negotiate much better deals. Use a buyer's agent. And then lastly, having a lot of resources to fix up the house if you need to, having somebody to walk you through the process, having somebody to say, do you think I should have this looked at? Yes, you should have that looked at. Or yes, you should have that looked at. Here, I have a guy who I trust, who's really good, and he'll take care of you. He gives discounts to any client I send his way. Having those kind of connections are worth their weight in gold. It's another big reason why I use that. A lot of stuff when I bought a house needed to be fixed up, so I rely on his expertise to help me get those things fixed. It is worth it. And of course, a good realtor has relationships with great lenders. If you're trying to buy a house, he's going to steer you away from a big bank that's going to give you a crappy service, but they're going to quote you a low rate. So they're going to steer you towards a trusted lender who knows the market, who knows how to get your offer accepted, not just by what you're offering, but by the stability of the offer, that the financing that comes with it. So that in mind. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions and you want to give me a call, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, if a realtor sent this to you, trust them. They know what they're doing. Have a great day. And if you need me, give me a call. This is Ryan Hoffman at Wholesale Capital. Have a good one. Bye-bye.